Hey guys, so I am here with a review from Born Pretty store, and I'm going to be reviewing the sticks to mark your C curve. And as you can see here, I have a total of 6 sticks, and I do want to let you guys know that I'm going to be showing you 2 different ways that you can use them. One is to use them as to mark the C curve, and another one is a way you can use them and incorporate them into your nail designs. So what I'm going to be working on today is in a plastic hand. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about the sticks themselves, and they are thick. They're pretty thick. I'm sorry. So they're durable. You won't be able to bend them or anything like that. So that's a good thing. The only thing that well, it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just personally me. It doesn't give you like the numbers. You know, sometimes they're carved on the side. That's the only thing. Other than that, I mean, you don't really need it. It's just, I don't know, for me it's easier just to look for the number and use them that way. So that's the only thing. So they're solid. They don't have a name or they don't have a number, but I mean, you don't need them. You can use them without that. That's not something it has to have. It's just me personally. I would prefer if they had the number of each rod, um, but they don't. So so as you can see here, they're hollow inside. That's how they all come, and they're all different colors. So what I'm showing you here is that basically the way that you would use them would be you would match up the stick to your nail, and you would have to find one that's big enough that it's from the tip, from each of the tip of the side of the nail basically. And I'm going to go ahead and show you that in a little bit. So you want to make sure that the rod is it's on each side basically. As you can see here, I'm showing you this rod right here. As you can see on the sides, it's not quite there. So that wouldn't be a good size that you would use on your hand basically, particularly. So what you would need to do is you would have to find another size that it's gonna fit right. Basically your nail would be on the corner of the rod. So as you can see there, that's the biggest size. So that would be the size that I would use because there's no space in between. So when you put the form, it's gonna curl on the side. So the form's gonna basically stay there tight. So what I'm showing you there is that the size that I'm going to be using to create this nail, and just showing you how it fits and what I'll be using. So I'm going to be using some nail forms, and this is the way that I do it. I'm not saying this is the right way, but this is the way that I feel comfortable using it to apply to my clients or family members or friends or whatever. But this is the way that I use it, and this is the way that I use it on myself as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the form, and basically normally what you would do is you would unstick the form and basically curve it so it would be easier to attach it to your nail. But what I like to do is I like to curve it before I unstick it, and then I like to add the stick, the C-curve stick underneath, and basically just curve it. And that's before I take the sticker off basically. So as you can see here, I'm showing you that I'm curving it with my hand, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use the stick that I chose that matches a finger and curve it that way. I think it gives it it makes it more flexible, and when you go to apply it on your finger, the flexibility and the curve that you add, it's easier to apply under the nail. That's my own opinion. Okay, once I do that, I go ahead and take off the nail form, and I apply the extended circle underneath, and I'm showing you how I do it. And then after that, I go ahead and apply it on the finger. And before I do basically stick it all the way, I do go back in with the C rod and put it underneath my form, just so that I can make sure that I'm not going to lose that C curve, as well as when you go in and you put it back inside, um, it sort of like helps to lift up the nail form a little bit, so that helps so that you don't get that little gap in between your nail and the form. So it's another way that you can use it, just a little help that the sticks help out. And that's how I do it. I go back in and I put it in. Some people go ahead and just go ahead and form the form and start working on the nail and put a thin layer of acrylic, and they go and add the nail, I'm sorry, they go in and add the C-curve stick back inside and pinch the sides, and that basically gives it its form as well. So there's different ways that you can use them. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the way that I use it. So this is basically how I use the rods, and you would need to do that on each nail. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna go ahead and do a whole design, but I am gonna show you the other way that I would use the rods to incorporate them in my nail design. So you're gonna go ahead and see me here basically applying the nail bed, and then starting out with my nail. In this case, I did use white acrylic to create it, and I used the smallest rod that came in the pack. And what I did is, before the white acrylic dried completely, I went in and I got the stick, and I put it in my powder, just so that whatever I was going to do wasn't going to pick up with my rod. And I went ahead and made some indentions, I think it's how you say it, basically like a stamp. I stamped the circles on the acrylic. So then once I did that, I went in with a color acrylic and went over it, and that's basically it. Then you go back and you file the excess of the acrylic, and you would go ahead and finish your nail. So just wanted to share that with you. Those are two ways that you can use your 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 rods, and I will talk to you guys later.